Good morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on this Sunday morning, June 25th, here on the SAM channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Well, as you can see, everything is in red, including weather stick. It's more of a conditional red than anything else because we're looking at the possibility, as you see down at the crawl at the bottom of your screen, of some severe weather later this afternoon and this evening. We're going to see some thunderstorms this morning, and already we're beginning to see some of that initialize and start to pop even as of 5:30 this morning as I'm recording this podcast. Be sure that you share this podcast with whoever you want to share it with and make sure they know what's going on. So a lot to talk about. I'll try to get through it as fast as I can and still get you all the information, but the core message is down crawling at the bottom of your screen about timing, what to expect, and all that. But I'll just go through and show you what's going on right now. This is the radar as of 5:30 this morning. So we've got thunderstorms that were just at first, when I first got up about an hour ago, they were just north of the Ohio River, but now we're starting to see some development further south and a couple of little lines that are trying to get going here. I think what's going to happen is as we go through the morning, we're going to see an increase, pretty rapid increase in showers and thunderstorms, but this is not the severe weather threat, okay? The severe weather threat is later as we get into late this afternoon, this evening, and even for some of you into tonight. But we are watching this rapid development of showers and thunderstorms. This is the first wave. This is wave number one. Okay, so this will be the first uh, round of activity. We could have a few strong storms this morning that come out of this. You can see some of the boxes that are showing up here. These are special weather statements. They're not warnings, although any of these up in Indiana and along the Ohio River could become severe thunderstorm warnings if they get a little bit stronger, like some of these back toward Princeton, Indiana, moving into the Evansville area, Henderson, maybe Owensboro. And we'll just have to see how they develop further south, like down around Hopkinsville, and then moving into the Bowling Green area. Our number two round is still going to be way up here, northwest of us, and will come further south as we get into the afternoon and evening hours. So there's two separate waves coming. We got the first one that's starting this morning, and then there's going to be that second wave later this afternoon and this evening that could be on the dangerous side if given development like we think it is going to. All right, let's take a look at as of 5:30 current temperatures. It is a muggy atmosphere, and you need a lot of moisture in order to have, or you need to have heated moisture in order to have some of these severe storms. And we've got even this morning temperatures starting out in the 70s, in mid 70s, even close to 80. Look at this over in La Center in Ballard County. It is 79 already, and then 76 in Cadiz, 70 here in Bowling Green, cooler 60s out east. This is where the boundaries, the warm front itself is coming through, and so temperatures are rising quickly and the dew points are rising quickly. And therefore, this is why we're starting to see already some thunderstorms this morning. They're developing out ahead of the main cold front, which is actually not going to come through here until sometime tomorrow morning. Let's take a look next at the 10-day blender. We'll get all that out of the way and then go to the details. Over the next 10 days, hot and humid in some cases. We're going to go 91 today, and I think that's going to be after this round one of thunderstorms. The sun's going to come back out, and it's going to heat everything up, and we're going to go low 90s. We hit 92 yesterday for a high temperature in Bowling Green at the airport. That's 4 degrees warmer than the average of 88. But we're still running 4.5 inches below on rainfall. Now, the thing is, with these storms coming in, we may not get all that much in the way of rainfall, but some of the storms could become severe. And with that heating, with us getting up into the low 90s, that's just going to accentuate the problem. So when the sun comes out after this morning round of activity, that's going to be the telling story. That's going to be where our confidence goes from to high. So if all of that comes into play, then look out this evening as the cold front comes through. But you can see the next few days, mid to upper 80s, but we've got a hot spell coming toward the end of the month and the end of this coming week. Look at the 92, 96, 95. Whoo, that is hot. July 1st will be hot, mid 90s for Thunderfest, and then upper 80s, close to 90 after that. All right, let's get to the nitty gritty now. The model map. Going to show you there's some differences in the timing between the different models and what's going to play out this afternoon. So when I show you exact timing here, it's going to be maybe off by an hour, couple hours, but let's just suffice to say that all of this is coming together. So here is the right now as of 5:30, and the models here clearly showing how these how this first round. Remember, this is round number one. And here it comes. And this is what we're going to see this morning. I think most of these will be just regular thunderstorms. There could be a few stronger ones with gusty winds, maybe some pea-size hail, even in the next couple of hours. Then we're going to get a break. As we get into late morning, lunch hour, midday, you see, wow, okay, we're done. Yoop. Here's development here, back in Arkansas, and new development that will come in from the north, all tapping into the abundant moisture that's being heated up when the sun comes out. My little third grade son there, as you can see, trying to draw it. But anyway, that heats up all the moisture that's in the atmosphere. And as the jets get active, then here we go. We're going to see this next wave of activity coming in. Now, some of the models are timing this like 5, 6 o'clock this evening for the Bowling Green area. Some are even waiting until later in the evening after dark, even though we would lose a lot of heating. The thing is, we're going to have to watch for individual cells to pop up this afternoon. If that happens, those are the ones that could be hail producers and maybe even a tornado producer. But if we get everything congealing in a line, which it will eventually do after dark, then that's when we'll start to see the highest severe weather threat go down, and especially after dark. But here we go. Clusters, individual cells this afternoon, this evening. You can see those dark reds. You know, from everything that I'm seeing, it looks like it's going to come together. I don't think we're going to have a blanket of clouds to hold us back, hold back the instability. It just looks like we're going to have plenty of time for the atmosphere to refire and get these things going this evening into tonight. Everything does eventually move away late tonight, early Monday morning. There still may be a few showers left over, but the cold front is not going to move through until sometime early Monday. And until that time, we're even going to leave in the possibility of a few stray renegade showers into Tuesday afternoon because of the proximity of the front, and that low that's spinning over the Great Lakes could keep us a little unstable for Monday. And then as we get into Tuesday, all of that moves away. But again, just backing up here, this is where we've got to watch for this is this afternoon into this evening after 5, 6 o'clock, and the timing could be off by a couple of hours according to the models here. One other model has it later. This one has it earlier. We'll just have to see how this plays out, but that's the way it looks right now, and it's that second wave that could be the dangerous one, with the possibility of large hail, tornadoes, damaging wind. In fact, let's take a look at the threats here from the Weather Service. There's the hail possibility. I would say hail possibility and damaging winds are going to be our two greatest threats this afternoon. And you can see with the hail possibility, hatched in area from north of Madisonville through Covington, Cincinnati, Louisville, Bloomington, Indianapolis. Further north, yes, but even here in Bowling Green in southern Kentucky, we've got a large hail threat. So if you've got a vehicle you don't want possibly damaged by large hail, and I'm talking like golf ball size hail, it's a possibility. Excuse me, I'm having some, you can tell, drainage issues this morning. So that's a possibility. Then you've got the wind possibility here, 30 to 44% in that kind of magenta red area. Does include Bowling Green, all of southern Kentucky. Straight line winds, very good possibility this afternoon and evening. And then the tornado threat is over here. Higher tornado threat to the north in the same area that's got the hail threat, okay, north of us. I-65 corridor, whichever way you slice it, east, west, north, south, I-65 corridor is going to be the area most impacted by any kind of hail, damaging wind, possibly a few tornadoes, okay? So there's that. And then there's this, the actual threats, level 3 enhanced risk, including the I-65 and I-75 corridors, even the I-64 and 71 corridors, even down to Nashville, 24, 40, 65, all right there in the middle. And again, as you see here, the best chance for severe storms between 5 and 1 Eastern. So we'll go 4 or 5 o'clock. Like I said, the timing could be off by an hour or two, close to midnight for some, and that would be out to the east and southeast of the Bowling Green area. So everything's going to develop up here first and then move in a southeast fashion, medium to almost high confidence in the severe weather threat as we go into this is for this afternoon, not this morning, this afternoon. Okay. So whatever we get this morning, it could be strong to severe, but I think the better threat for severe weather is going to come definitely through the late afternoon into uh, after dark this evening, but not overnight. It should be gone before we get into the overnight hours. All right, let's take a look at the surface map quickly and get things moving on here. Looks like this system coming in is setting off this first wave. The warm front is coming in right now, 5:30 a.m. as I record the podcast. First wave of storms developing now. Okay, so if you're watching this later, you should be getting the storms now, or the storms will be ending west to east as we go through the morning. The cold front, though, is still way back to the west of us. So here's round number 1 coming through this morning. Here comes round number 2 as we get into the late afternoon, evening hours, and into tonight. You see all the red. That's the severe weather threat where it's going to be the highest. Then the front comes on through by early Monday morning. We still could have a few leftover showers in the Monday afternoon and evening, especially to the north and east of us. And then by Tuesday, a lot of this will be gone. But here comes another system out of the plains as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. Almost the same thing. Another warm front lifting showers into the area, followed by a cold front which is going to take a little time to get through here. This is Friday into Saturday. It looks like the weekend could be a bit unsettled as well. So, the takeaways this morning, round one happening now, showers and thunderstorms. Some of those could be strong, moving through, or even a couple of severe, barely severe thunderstorms this morning. High today in the low 90s. We get a break between round one and round two. Round two will come in sometime after 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon, and then into this evening until the cold front comes through. We're going to have kind of a bumpy evening here across southern Kentucky. So here's the way this is going to go. Listen to Sam 100.7 for instant bulletins. I don't do instant bulletins on social media. There's too many ways it can get lost, get misinterpreted. It doesn't matter what social media, Twitter, Instagram. I'm not going to do that because it just gets crazy. It's like a traffic jam, and people are trying to find ways and figure out this and how old is that warning and all that. The best way to get instant warnings, two ways: on Sam 100.7 on your FM radio or your weather radio. The weather radio that I've been pushing at Ace Hardware stores for months and months and months. Those are the best two ways to get, or even your phone. Your phone can get instant warnings, okay? Make sure they do. And make sure your phones and devices are all charged up, because if this afternoon we get the large hail and we get the damaging winds, some of you are going to lose power, okay? So you need to be prepared for that. So this is one of the best ways, plug it in when you get home from church or you get into the afternoon after lunchtime or whatever, plug that phone in or tablet or whatever so you can watch. Now, if we start to get large hail damage, wind damage, tornadoes, it's a possibility. If we start to get that, if I see that happening, then I'll be back on right here on the Sam channel, live on YouTube. Just go to Sam Channel BG, Sam Channel BG, and subscribe. It's free. And if I'm live, I'll send out a notice on social media to bring you to the YouTube channel, and I'll be there to cover this. And of course, all the live bulletins, as soon as the National Weather Service issues something, it'll go live instantly on the radio, Sam 100.7. So those are ways that you can follow later on should it get nasty, bumpy, rough. Okay. Let's hope it doesn't, but everything's on the table right now. So I'll be watching it through the day. In the meantime, God bless you. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.